Hello, my name is Hannah Oyebanjo, and I'm really very excited doing this. Always excited doing this, and I want to thank you for allowing me space, with you. And this is actually a burden. I've kept it for quite a number of times, but I just decided to just do this, okay? And it has to do with people who stay, youths who stay with other people, other families, and how they behave and the challenges that tend to come out from those relationships. So why are women, especially women, sometimes like nasty? The word nasty means, very unpleasant and sometimes very harsh or somewhat not friendly. Why do women sometimes behave like that nasty kind of a person to youths, boys and girls, teenagers or whatever, or married people when they stay with them? I've harbored this for a while, like I said. By God's grace, I've been privileged to harbor people, or to kind of, harbor people in our homes for some time. I was counting today not less than 15 youths. I'm talking about unmarried people, youths, whether boys or girls. And the relationship I have with them all differ. The way they each present themselves differ. And recently, I have another person speak to me who is a youth. And it was a complaint. In this instance, it's a woman, a lady, who was complaining so seriously about the person she was staying with, and how she didn't like the way she was being treated. Nobody cares for her. Nobody knows what she's going through. She's going through a lot, and the mother of the house doesn't seem to be concerned, and all of that. The more I pried into the situation and realized there are many things she also wasn't doing. So why am I putting this on? I'm putting this on because for every girl or boy who is there, you're not staying with your parents, you must know that in life, you will have to stay with other people one way or the other, most often than not. Maybe 60-70% of the people will one way or the other in transient while you're going through transitioning from one place to the other. Maybe it's just for your IT, NYS or whatever, you have to stay with a few other people. Question is, when you stay with families, especially if you are not staying with yourselves like peers, you are staying with families who have children and all, how do you behave? How do you behave? Like I said, with over 15 people having lived one or the other, some of them, I was so glad they were in my life. They added value. They made things better for me. I was pleased. In fact, some of them, they want to go, and I'm wondering to say, can you extend? But for some of them, good riddance. For some of them, I was wishing, I could chase them. Unfortunately, that's not my nature. I couldn't chase them. I had to just manage. They were more of a pain, a burden. Now, there are many things you can do or undo to make your relationship good when you are staying with other people. Number one, take it. Or is it number two? Please just know that them harboring you or allowing you to stay with them is a privilege. It's a privilege. They don't have to. Whether they are your brother or sister or your brother's brother, or this person is my sibling's sister, I'm sorry. The woman in the house does not have to. There is a way a woman, a woman determines the dynamics in the home. There is a way a woman can distort that man. They will chase you out of that house. There's a way a woman can moderate the chemistry in that house that you self will pack your load the following day and still you are living. Why? Because of who you are. And I'm by no means saying that all women are okay. When I say okay, are well behaved, are very open-minded, are very receptive. Not all women. Some women also are not. Let me cap back that. That's not this focus. My focus today is to speak to youths through their moms or through your guardians. Youths, know that you have a chance of staying with people. I have some people who stay with me, like I said, and we were going through things and situations, challenges and all, and they just careless. Whereas there are some that cared. In fact, I remember a particular lady. This one was a lady. Do you know what? She was working somewhere, gave her our guest room and all of that, because she doesn't like to do house chores. She won't like to wash plates. She won't like to cook. And those days, we were just growing out. Those days, I'm not sure, we just had our children. No? I didn't have money to get a cook or something. We were doing things by ourselves. Because she doesn't like to cook, you know what she does? When she's coming back from work, she would have bought some things. Either fried yam, dodo, plantain, whatever. Sometimes suya, kilichi, all of those. She will package it, just enter, greet everybody in the living room, enter into her room, and you'll just be hearing, it's the scent you'll be hearing, it's the odor you'll be hearing, She will sit down, chop it, and then throw what do you call it now? The pack, put it, trash it. Sometimes we have to trash the bin. She was living with us. So what kind of a person is that? Wouldn't I be nasty to that kind of a person, you know. So, and then there are some of them who stay with me, and because you have young children, those days, very young children, you know, that sometimes when they are coming back, they buy a loaf of bread, even granuts, you know. There are some, chain self, they will not drop. Sweet, they will not buy. You are doing all the housework and everything. Even when you have, or in instances where that family, they have cooks, they have gardeners and all of those, there's nothing that says you don't wake up early in the morning someday. And before you know, the help doesn't even have job to do, because you have woken up, especially for a woman, you have cleaned it for a man, you have vacuum cleaned the place, you've done some things to show you are sensitive, you are responsible, and not just sleep. You lie down, you get up, watch TV, watch movie. Even some of the people who stay with you, you realize some, and I'm speaking for women now, right? You realize that some of the youth don't even interact with the children. The children don't even like to play with some of them because they are so really in themselves. They are the people who are nasty to the children. Hey, why won't you call the children? Why won't you embrace the children? Sit with them, do their homework sometimes. You know what I've done? Because it's burden in my heart. And I know the situation in the world means some of you are staying with others, speaking to youth. You're wonderful people to me. I love you, youth. I really have a burden for you. I love you. I want you to turn out well in life. And this is one of the jokers, because life will throw you to places where you didn't know you could be. How do you behave when you are there? I've dropped 15 bullets. It's just 15 points, actually. Small points. These are from experience, practical experience. And let me also tell you, I also stayed with people. I stayed with different people in my life. At some point, as a youth, 2021, I was staying in Lagos with families my parents never knew. I stayed with 3 different families. Okay, I'll say 2 families because the other one were just ladies. I was courting with them. But 2 others, I stayed with families. One of the families, I was sensitive to their situation. I was working, and I realized things was very tight for them. They accommodated. They should not have accommodated because the house was already full of all the children. But one of the children was my friend, and I'm eternally grateful to that household. They still brought me in. We manage and sleep together and all of that. But I was sensitive and sensible. So when I collect my salary, it's not for me to save or keep it to buy car or buy things. My head tells me I need to sometimes. I will just come home with one small gari. I'll just come home with some rice. I'll just bring some, because I know that the house is dry. There is nothing at home. Are you that sensitive? Are you that sensible? Sorry, I'm saying that. I'm using that word. I don't mean to offend you. Please don't be offended. But I'm just being, I'm just being honest, because I still see this happen over and over again. Let me round up, okay, by saying that sometimes you have your own agenda. Sincerely, you're reading for an examination. That's why you are staying there, because it's close to your lecture place, for example, or you're doing something. That's okay. Now, but you know what your program is. If you know what your program is, there's nothing that says overnight. You're not asking me, hey, Cho, Auntie Hannah, what are we having for breakfast tomorrow? And I'll say it's yam and egg. Okay, you will wake up early. If you're a woman especially, prepare it. Even if you're a man, break the jinx, sometimes. Wake up early, you cook it and all of that, and you go for your lecture. Don't you think I'll be happy? Don't you think my heart will even bless you? Don't you think I will be glad that you are there? Remember, each time anybody opens the door for you, they take a risk with you. That's the reality. Remember, sometimes there are unquantifiable spend on your life because you're staying there. The NEPA bills because you put on the light in that room. Even if you say I buy my toiletries, some of you, the woman in the house must ensure that toiletries are bought for you. Food is one way or the other. Instead of the 3 mouths, an additional mouth is there. Hey, please, would you be sensitive, you yourself? Because like I said, I've had ladies come to, especially ladies, come to tell me, the person I'm staying with, this and that. You first do a self-examination. So please, let me round up by saying, just click on the link here, and then you will download that 15 points from my experience on how to help your relationship. Not only with people you stay with, I'm sure this also help you wherever you go. It's just sometimes you are not paying attention to this. And remember, what you don't know can kill. You need to know some things. That's why I put this together. And I really want to hope to have more engagement with youth on Instagram. So if you are there, you are a youth, you listen to this, you watch this, would you please go and follow me on Instagram? I think that's important. Because there are some things we'll be discussing within ourselves. Don't worry, I know there are many things elders also do that offend us. I will get there with you, don't worry. And I will tell them, hello, that's my job. I'm a bridge. bridge. I will tell them what parents do to you guys. I understand what it is because I've also done it to my children and they had grew. Yes, we will tell parents. We will let them know. But first, you know where you stand, and honestly, your relationships should be better whenever you have time to stay with people, so you are a blessing to them and they're also a blessing to you. Like I said, hope this is useful to you. Thank you. Please follow me on YouTube. If you've not done that, do that, because I just drop many things, but they are useful, they are valuable, and it may just be for you what you need, because like I said, what you don't know can kill. May you not die before your time. Amen. You will not too. And by God's grace, as a youth, few years time, we'll go back and you are saying, wow, that message touched me, it helped me. Sometimes as parents, we are unable to tell you all of these things, but never mind, I'll be a spokesperson for some of the parents, and hopefully I'll be able to share many more with you. Just follow me on Instagram and on YouTube. Take care and be good. Be good, be good. Bye-bye.